both of my feet left the ground, at least a foot there. Hello, gals, blokes, and all other folks. My name is Mortius, and today we are here with Nothing Else Matters, an acapella cover by VoicePlay featuring J-Nun. I am so excited for this. Some of the shorts/TikToks we've gotten from VoicePlay with J-Nun home have been an absolute blast. I think that, like, the combination of, like, the main three and then Caesar J-Nun is, like, probably just my favorite combination of five that VoicePlay could possibly have. Friends on the Other Side is so fantastic. All of the shorts they've made recently are incredible. And I am so excited to see what they do with this one, especially because so many people have shared with me. Like, literally, I had one person be like, I'm genuinely worried for you being at a standing desk for this one. You might want to do this one sitting down. And I am not listening to them. So, we'll see if I fall to the floor and break my body today. Or if we just have a regular grand old time. I really don't know what to expect with this one. It's obviously not a song that you would really expect to be covered in an a cappella manner, but honestly, that just makes me more excited for it. Like, Carry On My Wayward Son is another song that I would say would be not very expected to find in an a cappella setting, and it was amazing. So, really, I'm so excited to see what they bring us with Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, a cappella cover by VoicePlay, featuring J-Nun. That was the longest way I could have said that, but let's do it. Oh, I love the way it kind of slows down for the fourth one there. Like, it changes, the first three are pretty much identical, changes the notes a little bit. I probably shouldn't stop and talk about every single thing, because this is a pretty long for a VoicePlay cover, and people warned me that it was going to be a marathon of a reaction, so I probably shouldn't pause as much as I normally do, but we all know I'm gonna. Changing the rhythm there, love it. Okay. Woo! Everyone just those flowing, the like, has so much build and momentum built into those, like, ooh, oh, like, really gives the audience member a sense of just direction, just like, we're moving, we're flowing, even though we're not doing any words yet, we're still on just very simple things. It got flow, it's got build, it's going somewhere. So effectively arranged. Ooh, and then, of course, Jeff just hitting us with those, like, dooms down in the underneath there. Yes, and the snaps.
No matter how far.
Oh man, that's already a minute in? Wow, what a cool intro that was. I want to hear that ending one more time. And the way they're like doing the doom doom, like they hit the do, but then by the time they even end the doom, by the time they get to that M, they're already pulling back the volume. It's like doom, doom, doom. You know what I mean? It's very cool. Listen to that.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are.
Love the delivery on that, and Jeff just going crazy in the background.
Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it always.
God, I love Jane. What happened? YouTube, why? That was rude. I mean, I was just about to pause and talk about J-Nut's voice anyway, but hey, man. Anyways, that just totally distracted my brain. J-Nun's voice here is so good. I mean, it's always so good. I love it, but man.
Never opened myself this way.
Self, like that just very small, subtle scoop. VoicePlay is no stranger to using scoops as techniques. Jeff does it all the time in either VoicePlay's work or his solo work, but that was such a like very subtle, just given like a little bit of a, you know what I mean? I like that a lot.
Never opened myself this way.
Self.
Life is ours, we live it always. All these words I don't just say, ooh, and nothing else matters.
Ooh, and the way they like almost tease that everyone's gonna come in for the nothing else matters, but then they only come in for the wait, do they come in for nothing or nothing else?
Nothing else.
Yeah, so they all come in for nothing else, but then drop back out to those doom 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 dooms, you know? That's really cool. It teases teases a big moment and then takes it away from you, and it like really leaves the audience like, ooh, it like leaves you with a longing, it leaves you wanting more in a really cool way. It's very hard to do something that leaves the audience needing more without feeling unsatisfying. You know what I mean? Like that's a very tricky line to tread when it comes to acapella music. Or any music, really. Because if you do something and the logical next step is to do something else, just musically, and then you don't do it, you have to be very careful, because that can either make the audience go, oh no, I wanted more, give me more. Or it can make the audience go, oh, you didn't finish it. Ew, that doesn't feel right. And knowing how to tread that line is very impressive, and they did it perfectly here.
Ooh, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you.
Hold on, what? Hold on, no. What? Hold on, what?
Trust I seek and I
Trust I seek. Like, yo, the way they're just doing that, like, da, 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 is so cool. I like that tremendously. I actually just was talking about the sort of ability and technique to whisper and sing at the same time in my most recent reaction, which was the Bad Romance by Forestella. I really, really like that, though.
trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new.
And those are such unique, almost crunchy, but not quite actually dissonant harmonies coming at us from just the two lead lines. Ooh!
Open mind for a different view. Oh, and nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do.
Whoa. Ooh, that gave me the tinglies. Ooh. What? Oh wait, I didn't. I pressed play without putting my headphones back on. Hold on.
Nothing else matters.
Oh wait, not yet.
Never cared for what
The very, very quiet, just boom, from Jeff. Oh.
never cared for what
And the way that, it's boom, nah, you know what I mean? But it's so fast, like, boom, do, nah. Like, I can't even describe it with just my one voice.
never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they
And again, I keep using the word momentum in this song, but it's really the best way to describe so much of what the arranger is really pushing through, and the energy and tone and what it's doing to its audience is so consistent throughout this whole piece in such a stellar way. Because even that, how easy would it have been to do like a nothing now, you know what I mean? Which is much more typical of acapella music. Like, you do that big drop, you let it linger, then you build it back up, then you hit it with. But it does that, whole drop out, harmonies, lead line that would normally be a build up over 5 seconds, and it does it in one measure of music.
never cared for what they do.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't even let you breathe.
Never cared for what they know. But
And you know what? I know I'm pausing so much this cover, like I knew I would based on what other people said. But there's also something to say there about how I was like, oh my gosh, they don't even let you breathe, which for some covers would be too much. That would be the wrong choice. If it was a really fast-paced, kind of already overwhelming cover, and then they never give you the chance to breathe, then that would be potentially too much for an audience member, or at least certain audience members who process music like I do, and like other people who are like me do. You know what I mean? But the idea that the arranger knew, maybe I should go look and see who arranged this so I can stop just saying the arranger. Hold on, we're taking a detour. Does it say down here? It's Jeff. I thought it might be, but I wasn't totally sure. So Jeff is so aware that this is a slower song. And so if while we're already doing just those do do do, those really slowly ebbing and flowing arrangement, if he let that build up linger for too long, that could almost stagnate. And so he doesn't. He doesn't let it stagnate. He knows what he's working with. He knows this is a slower song that already is taking the audience by the hand and slow dancing. And if that slow dance pauses for too long, you lose that momentum that I've talked about so much. So since this is such a slow piece, using that build up to just do and get you right back into the music before you even have a chance to register what happened is flawless arrangement, and it shows such a perfect understanding of what this song needs and what the audience needs. People really underestimate how much every measure of a good a cappella cover actually matters. And I just talked for 2 minutes about a single measure of music, but really that just shows how important every little bit is to the overall tone, and also shows how much of a mastery Mr. Castellucci has over that. Let's take it back.
never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know.
And also, before we get to that, Jaina taken off into the rafters, there's also one more thing I want to even say, which is that after he hits us with that boom, that so far, most whoa moment of the song, he then leaves. or at least doesn't do any vocal percussion. I can't actually tell if he's doing one of the harmonies or not, because I wasn't actually listening for it. But he drops out the vocal percussion and just lets it be J nun and ooze. He lets you recover a bit from the like time he spent in that like boom, and then lets you recover. And it's just like, nope, just enjoy the harmonies for a bit. I'll come back later. Like, listen to that one last time, probably, hopefully. I went back too far, sorry. And now, no vocal percussion, just ooze, letting you recover from that moment while not losing the momentum, and then he comes back in a little bit later than I thought he did. There it is.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
Nope, I need that again.
Who we are, and nothing else matters.
Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know.
Ah, yes, give me that rock tenor. Woo! Love his timbre. But I know, but with even more of that grip that I can't even accomplish because I don't have that voice.
Never open myself this way.
Life is ours, we live it our way.
All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. And nothing else. Trust I see, and I find it here.
Stop it. Hold on.
And nothing else matters. And nothing else. Trust I see.
I know. I
It our way.
All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. And nothing else. Trust I see.
That's such a cool build.
Finding you every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. And nothing else matters.
Oh my god, he just kept going. Oh, I have something on my green screen. Sorry, I just totally got distracted. What?
And nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they say.
Both of my feet left the ground. At least a foot there. Nope, you heard it.
Never care for what they say.
You all know exactly what I'm gonna say. You all know what I'm gonna say here. Do I even need to say it?
Nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they say.
Oh my god, Mason, go to the original video and save this clip, because I think that's the example I am now gonna use whenever I ask you to pull up a clip. I think we're retiring Wayfaring Stranger, we're retiring Danny Don't You Know, we are using this, because yo, that was so cool. That was one of the best examples of my favorite musical technique of all time. For those of you who somehow have never heard me talk about this before, my favorite musical technique in any music, whether it's traditional like choral acapella, whether it's traditional choral music or whether it's pop, whether it's acapella, whatever the music is, my favorite thing that can happen is having the background instrumentals do some big build of like a or like a and then just like drop. All the vocals go to this massive kick butt harmony and just, and then the backgrounds drop back in. And if you haven't heard me talk about this before, you might be like, Mortius, this is a cappella music. What do you mean the instruments drop out? But people like Jeff and Lane are being the instruments in a good a cappella song. You know what I mean? Like they're doing those like dum 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 dum, but way better because I am not by any stretch of the imagination a vocal percussionist. But so, and doing all these things in the background, the do 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 do, being a stand-up bass, being a drum kit, being all these things that these human beings shouldn't be able to do, and then they drop out. You know what? Mason, play either now or earlier, whenever it would have made sense. Just pause me anytime. But play the Danny Don't You Know one, because for this one, I think it'll be a great example. And then in the future, we'll use this one. But Danny Don't You Know, this is the technique I'm talking about.
Now it's time to rock the show. Come on, you are a star tonight.
Or maybe you heard it earlier, depending on when he showed it to me. Or when he showed it to you, whatever. I'm losing my mind right now, but that just like, like that's one of my favorite examples, and these guys just did it so well. Listen to this. So you've got in the background, you've got Lane hitting you with that, and then Jeff hitting you with the like, like he's hitting you with a literal bass line, and then and they've got those instruments in the background. Then
Never care for what they say. Never care for what they say. Never care for games they play. Never care for what they do. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they know. But I know.
I'm sure there's so much happening here that I could be talking about. Like I'm sure there's a lot here to dissect. But man, I'm still on the high from them doing one of the best examples of my favorite technique that I've heard recently. Oh, I'm okay. Woo. Okay, I don't know how you're gonna cut, so I'm just gonna say that last sentence again. Whew. Ugh. There's so much happening here. Sorry for that cut I'm sure Mason had to do. I had water go down the wrong pipe and I'm dying now. Not actually, I'm fine, probably. Who knows? And are any of us really fine? I'm not after this cover. That's my answer to that question. I'm not after this cover. I feel like there's so much that probably could be talked about here, but I just like, hey, there's so much happening that my brain can't even process and digest it all while still actually being able to hear it all and enjoy the music. And also, I'm just still riding that high of the previous, like, oh.
Never care for what they know. But I know.
Did they do it again? Did they do it again?
But I know.
They did! They did it a second time! Not as much my favorite style / version of it, because I will always prefer when it's just do instead of do, but still, conceptually, that is my favorite thing a second time in the same song. Jeff, you're treating me today, and I appreciate it.
Nothing else matters. Never care for what they know. But I know. Nothing else.
Is that... I need to bring my microphone down here. Excuse me. Is that perhaps why I was warned to start this reaction on the floor? Because I would end up there? Because, hello, you're right. Oh, what? I... Ow, my knees. Hey, that fan who said that I shouldn't be standing up for this reaction because I'd hurt myself. You were right. It was my knees. My old man knees. What is happening right now? I was so distracted by the instrument coming in that I didn't even hear that happening. What? That highest note, I can't tell which of the three of them it is, but that highest note is a but way better than that. Like I always say, I can produce these notes, but I can't sing them. And whoever of the three just hit that note is singing it. Honestly, I think it has to be Caesar, right? Because I can hear Ellie's rock tenor, that catch that I was talking about earlier, happening on a lower note. So I'm pretty sure that has to be Caesar hitting that like, yo.
Nothing else.
And I forgot about that. I forgot that they did that. What? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I just have so much energy, and it needs to go somewhere. I didn't even sleep that well last night. This song is more effective than like a shot of espresso. What?
Nothing else.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting we are, and nothing else matters.
The way that they just... They're still going. They're still going. I thought we were reaching the end. That's why I stopped pausing and saying things, because my brain is on such a trip right now that I can't even I just wow. Hold on, no, I just need to go through that whole thing again. Here we go. And the way that there's not even like a clear like think. There's not a clear line between like the super crazy complex climax of the song and then like the way that it goes from that into the slow finale is so smooth, which is honestly very uncharacteristic of VoicePlay covers, I feel like. Normally if they have a big climax and then a like softer end, it's normally like the equivalent would be like if it was like, yeah, doom, and now we're slow. You know what I mean? But this one, listen to the way it like they're going crazy here, all over the place, and then now slowly we fade into our finale.
So close, no matter how
That transition is so...
couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting we are, and nothing else matters.
And just those snaps while he's saying else. Wait, let me play to the patrons just to make sure. Okay. I just had to make sure. I always Wow. 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 And also wow. I'm in awe. I'm gonna listen to that again all the way through before I even start recording my next reaction, because I don't know if I've said this yet, but wow. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much to my patrons for making videos like this possible. Your support means so much to me. If you want to join them, patreon.com/Morty. I don't know, man. Just go like and comment. Just go comment, haha, you broken. And that'll help the algorithm. And tell me you actually watch my intros. There we go. Or outros. If you actually watch my outros, go comment right now, haha, you broken. And then I'll get a gauge of how many people watch my outros and also get a bunch of comments to help the algorithm. Haha. Game the system. I'm so exhausted, but like in the best way. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.